Welcome to Monday Morning Dharma. Um, on today, November 25th or something like that, more or less. Yeah. So for this morning's meditation, I'd like to do a meditation on maybe my favorite topic, compassion. And as a prelude to our meditation, I'd like to read you a story from a book that my teacher wrote called Joyful Path of Good Fortune. This story is about a yogi way, way back a long time ago named Asanga. Asanga. And it involves the Buddha Maitreya, who is said to be the first Buddha of the next eon, more or less. Maitreya. So Asanga meditated for 12 years in a cave with the intention of trying to have a visualization of Buddha Maitreya. But due to his karmic obstructions, he was unable to have that vision. He finally left his retreat cave and set off down a mountain trail, dejected. As he was walking, he came across a dog who had collapsed by the roadside and was slowly being eaten by maggots. When he saw this, Asanga developed such strong compassion that this purified all of his karmic obstructions that prevented him from seeing Buddha Maitreya directly. Um, and I've heard different versions of this story, and one is that the dog appeared to Maitreya or to Asanga as Maitreya and said, "I was with you the whole time for all of those 12 years, but you weren't able to see me because your compassion wasn't strong enough." So, compassion will be the topic of our meditation this morning, which I'll lead us through. Why don't we go ahead and settle into a comfortable meditation posture, taking care to ensure that your spine is straight and relaxed. We're facing straight ahead with our head tilted slightly forward. And this serves to bring our spine perfectly into alignment. Our mouth is closed, our jaw is relaxed. And if you haven't already done so, please go ahead and softly close your eyes. And to begin, I'd like you to please bring your awareness to the exhalation of your breath. And very gently, allow your exhalation to be just a bit longer and a bit more pronounced than your inhalation. Please feel free to experiment with pausing briefly at the bottom of each exhalation. This meditation technique will allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and to rest, to become quiet and still. Now is not the time to reflect on events that have occurred in the past. Those events cannot be changed, undone, or recreated, nor is this the time to speculate about events that may or may not occur in the future. The future is unknown to us at this time. Now is the time to be fully present here in this moment. Now is the time to give yourself full permission to enjoy engaging in a practice that's going to bring you a peaceful state of mind, thus creating the causes for you to experience a peaceful world. There is an aspect of the body that is referred to sometimes as the inner body. Some schools of meditation refer to it as the subtle body. And by coming into contact with your inner body, you can make manifest a more supple, tranquil state of awareness. So to accomplish this, I'd like you to please draw your awareness inside of your body and become aware of sensations. These sensations may start in your hands and your feet in the form of a tingling, perhaps a lightness, perhaps a heaviness, perhaps a pulsation. No analysis is necessary. There's nothing to figure out. Just be the silent observer of these sensations and allow a more tranquil, awakened state of awareness to emerge. I'd like you now to please bring to mind someone in your life, someone with whom you're close, who is experiencing emotional suffering, physical suffering, or both. This being can be either a human being or an animal, someone who is still alive in this world or someone who has passed on. Please take a moment to bring to mind this being. Compassion is a loving wish to free another from their suffering. Of all virtuous states of mind, compassion is supreme. So now, I'd like you to please just rest in your heart of compassion. How wonderful it would be if this person could be completely free of that which ails them. More than anything else in the entire world, without expectation of an outcome, I wish for this now. As a means of deepening your experience of compassion, please feel free to conjoin your resting in compassion with meditation on the inner body, thus embodying compassion, making it direct, non-conceptual. How wonderful it would be if all beings could be free of this affliction. So powerful, pure, and unconditional is your heart of compassion that light rays start to radiate from your body in all directions, including into the space in front of you. This light touches the being who is your object of meditation and envelops them completely. And as a result of your compassionate giving, there's a marked change in the appearance of the being in the space in front of you. Their color is better. There's a look of deep, deep relief, as though the weight of the world has been lifted from their shoulders. They enjoy inner and outer freedom. They are contented. They are at peace. You can know that your own peace and freedom are not separate from the peace and freedom of the being in the space in front of you. So for the last few moments of this meditation, I'd like you to please just rest and share in the peace and freedom with the being in the space in front of you. Now, please gently redirect your awareness Become aware again of your physical body and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Deeper and deeper breaths, becoming aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you are occupying. Become aware again of clouds, of blue sky beyond the clouds, of limitless space beyond the blue sky. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings without exception soon come to enjoy an abundance of pure air and water, delicious, nutritious food, safe, warm, dry, reliable, affordable shelter, and comfortable, functional, attractive clothing. And with everyone's basic needs met, may we all enter and progress on wisdom paths that lead to complete liberation from all forms of suffering. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. you, and welcome back. So, with the last 3 or 4 minutes we have, I want to talk about my favorite holiday that's coming up on Thursday, Thanksgiving. Yeah. I've talked with a couple of people recently who said that Thanksgiving is their least favorite holiday, for various reasons, which I needn't get into. A lot of it has to do with excessive indulgence and football and stuff like this. But I think if we really key into the giving thanks part of Thanksgiving, the gratitude, we can really transform to the extent that we have apathy or maybe even aversion toward Thanksgiving. We can sort of transform our experience, or to the extent that we like Thanksgiving, we can deepen our experience of it. I know that some of you have heard me talk about my gratitude practice, my daily gratitude practice. And it is magical. It's magical every morning, 99% of the mornings. With my tea, I will come up with a list of things that I'm grateful for. Number one is always this moment. In this moment, I'm grateful for this moment. And number two is always my trials, my difficulties, because I grow from them. And then from there, I go into all sorts of things. Anything can really serve as an object of gratitude. My landlords are so kind. I've lived in my place for 15 years. It's unbelievable. And, you know, they could have converted the little casita that I live in into an Airbnb, and I wouldn't live there anymore. They didn't do that. Very generous with regard to rent raises. What else? Vendors, vendors. I go about living my life and just completely forget about vendors, right? until I have like a dental problem, right? And I need some attention like yesterday. And I'll call them and like miraculously somebody answers the phone and says, "Yes, we're still here and we can help you with your dental problem." And I get an appointment and they like heal my dental thing. And then I go back to forgetting that they even exist. Car mechanics are kind of that way. What else? The natural world, animals, my dog, my cat. Sometimes it takes a little work with my cat, but anyway, anything can serve as an object of gratitude if we just stop and cue into it. And kind of very near the top of the list for me, my karma with Dharma and meditation. I think that can be an object of gratitude for everyone participating in this class too. Just by virtue of you being here, by definition, you have karma with Dharma and with meditation. Maybe the greatest gift, we can have, and definitely deserving of gratitude. Extra credit points for your gratitude practice. Taking a gratitude partner. Yeah, I like do my little gratitude list on my phone every morning, pecking away at it, and then send it off to my friend Gaia in Santa Fe. And then she does the same with me. So there's kind of an accountability and a sharing, and that's kind of a secret sauce for me is having a gratitude partner. So happy Thanksgiving Day in advance. Thank you for being here. We won't have class on Friday. I'm going to be on meditation retreat, but we'll resume class a week from today. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Tina. Thank you for representing the Zoom community.
Bye.
Bye.